get right to it. Please hit the like button as you come on in. And shout out to everybody. Shout out to all of my subs. And salute to the whole entire Lions Den basketball as well as boxing community. Now, look, man. I'm doing straight gems evening version tonight. It's been a few days since I've done one, but I decided to go ahead and drop some gems to fertilize your brain a little bit. Um, to keep a lot of you going, and to not let the BS get to you. Okay, listen. When you grow and when you advance in life with anything, it pisses people off. Okay. Um, Believe it or not, it's actually the ones that you know tend to congratulate you, pat you on your back, uh, faking and shaking and all that stuff. When you grow, believe it or not, them people don't want you to grow. Them people do not. Uh, they they don't want any type of success coming your way because they feel like they should be in your position. And even the ones that you're catching up to, let's say that there's somebody that you aspire to be like, but you know clearly that they're so far ahead of you or whatnot. Even those type of people, they get pissed off because they're at the top of the ladder. Once you start climbing that ladder, they don't want you near any type of level that they're on. Top of the ladder, top of the mountain, whatever the case is. They want to kick that. They want that avalanche to fall down on you so that you'll never ever get to their level at all. To say that, hey, I was at that person's level or even better. Listen, you got to watch out for those type of people. You have a lot of people out here that, like, let's say you have conversations with them, you disagree with them, or they disagree with you a lot. Now, I can understand, a person disagreeing with you, quite a bit, and sometimes y'all just have different outlooks on life, but if they're disagreeing with you to the point where, like, clearly they don't, you really, like, when y'all have a conversation and y'all don't agree on absolutely anything, but that person is still around you, and actually that person is still trying to adopt some of the things that you do, you got to watch out for those type of people. Because deep down inside, that person actually wants to be like you. That person actually does want to be better than you, but they don't possess some of the things that you might have. They probably don't possess the intellect. They probably don't possess the know-how. They probably don't possess the work ethic. Okay? And you got to watch out for them type of people. Growth pisses people off. It really pisses people off. They do not want to see you grow. Let's say like you were homeless for a while, right? And you finally got a new spot. Nobody was talking to you at one point in time. Nobody showed up to your birthday party. Nobody wanted to celebrate any of your accomplishments, whether it's, you graduating or any type of accomplishment that you had. Nobody wanted to be there for you. And then all of a sudden you start coming up. You get a new car, you get a new house, or you get an apartment, whatever, what have you. You know what I'm saying? You pretty much done came up. You get a new job and all of this other stuff. Watch how many of those people that that weren't there. See if those people will show up. Believe it or not, those people are going to show up. Now, once you start getting and you start elevating, because they might be like, okay, let's say that person, that person has let's say that person has a cyber truck, but you just riding in a little lemon. You know what I'm saying? You don't got nothing fancy, but they got the cyber truck. But then the minute you pull up in like a Jaguar or something like that, you know what I'm saying, or a nice car or something like that. Guess what? That person is going to be pissed off, and they're going to be like, "Oh, wait a minute. I expected you to just be in this particular vehicle. I didn't want you. I didn't want you to be in that vehicle. I wanted to see you in something less of value than what I have. You can't be at the same level as me. You have to watch out for those. There are those type of people out there. They don't want you. They don't want to see any type of success, no matter what it is. Whether it's a car, whether it's even with you having a better significant other than them. They'll be like, okay, well, how come I can't have the type of woman that he has, or even with the females, how come why she got to have him or something like that? You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about on both ends, on both genders. You got to understand that every time you evolve, every time you go up a level, it pisses people off. Now, there are some people out there that genuinely uh, probably love and care about you and concern, uh, for your well-being or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Uh, but 9 times out of 10, more than likely, um, if you have a lot, then people are going to be around you a lot. But if you don't really have that much, if you don't have a lot of money, if you don't have a lot of popularity, stuff like that, let's see how many of those people are going to be around, even and stay down with you, even when you don't have any of that stuff. Because those are the people that you really want to see out there. Listen, man. Even with everything that goes on with social media, right? A lot of these people that are your subs, or or your followers, or people that are that are with your page and everything like that. If something were to take place with you, all right, let's say you in the hospital, or hell, God forbid, you go ahead and you meet your maker. Do you really honestly think that all of those people are really going to show up to your funeral, or going to be on your bedside? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. They're going to be like good riddance, and then they're going to move on. They're going to flock to the next person. That's what I'm saying. You have to understand that even when you grow, people are going to be pissed off. Some people want you to grow all the way up into your demise. Really, to be honest with you, you got people out there, lurking. You got people out there, putting on their spy senses to be like, oh well, he's doing this and he's doing that, trying to stay ahead, trying to, just follow you and what you're doing, because they want to try to control you. They want you to do what they want you to do, and I'm talking about on a friend level, on a business level, or any of that. They want to try to control you, and they want to try to do anything that they can, just so that they could dictate. They could dictate what you want, what you would like them to do, instead of doing what you feel is necessary. I'll give you a prime example. That person probably wants you to dress a certain way. You know what I'm saying? Like they probably done criticize you about the way you dress or something like that, right? I know it sounds simple, but you'll be surprised. You got a lot of friends out there that won't hang with you because you don't wear, you don't dress with, how they dress, especially, a lot of females and stuff like that. People do something like that because you dress a certain way or something like that. They'll start to move away from you a little bit. But if you do what they tell you to do, you know what I'm saying? Pretty much playing into their manipulation tactic. Well, guess what? Then they feel like they can control you. But if you can't, watch how they act towards you. And then also another thing is too, when a lot of people see you struggling, you'll be surprised. You know, they'll call you a lot when you're struggling. They'll call you a lot. They'll communicate with you a lot. They'll be there with you when you're struggling and going through a rough time and stuff like that. But guess what? When you're not struggling no more and you all good and you're moving up and you evolving and stuff like that, well, guess what? The calls are less. Uh, you don't hear from them as much. Matter of fact, you got to call them. And then in your mind, you're like, well, wait a minute. I remember when you were calling me a lot when I was homeless. I remember when you was calling me a lot when I was having a rough time. I remember when you was calling me a lot when I was just walking and I didn't have no car. What happened to all of that? Oh, now that I moved up, now that I'm kind of evolving and I got a new job and this, that, and the third. Now you don't want to be around me, and that's how people are. You have to accept that. And my biggest thing is right here. Always still greet everything with a smile. You know what I'm saying? And really honestly, like that's their problem if they upset at you. What's up with it, Cottage? I see you in here, man. That's their problem. You can't sit here and you can't let anybody dictate what you want, what they want you to do. You have to go at your own pace. And then on top of that, your growth doesn't depend on your growth shouldn't depend on another person's friendship, to be honest with you. Okay, like a lot of people, they want to stay the same and they want to stay in that same level. They want you to be negative with them. They want you to still stay struggling and stuff like that. But after a while, you see the light and you're like, nah, wait a minute now. I'm better than this. Somebody else done got in your ear and told you, that you're better than this. Somebody done motivated you and told you that you're better than this. And they don't want your brain to be fertilized at all. They want you to stay in the same level, doing the same thing, being around the same negative people all the time, just talking about how bad life is and stuff like that. Nah, you got to get away from that. Hey, bro, recently found a job that I like. Hey, that's good. Congratulations, and keep on growing. Don't just find a job. Advance at that job. You know what I'm saying? Don't just find a job. Try to get in that job and be a supervisor, and then eventually you provide the job. You know what I'm saying? You take ownership of your thing. You know what I'm saying? Eventually, that's what you really should be trying to do, is trying to own something. I always preach ownership on this channel. You should try to own everything. Own everything. Don't work to get something. And if you don't want to be an owner or something like that, then try to at least move up in there. But that's a great thing. And see, a lot of people, they don't want to see progress. A lot of people, especially our culture, this culture, that we call, black culture. A lot of these people, they don't want to see success. They don't want to see progress with one another. That's why they getting a kick out of us killing and destroying each other. You say yes, and so far I'm very happy at my new job. Yeah, that's a great thing. And you want to be at a place where you're happy. You want to be at a place. You want to be at a place where you're happy. You don't want to be at a place where you're miserable, where you clock in and you're just miserable. You say to yourself all the time, "I'm tired of this job and everything like that." That's the worst. that's the worst type of position and the worst frame of mind to be in, because you're gonna feel so stuck, and at that place you don't want to feel stuck. If you do feel stuck, you want to do everything that you can to get out of it. I mean, do any type of tactic, whether it's taking a cold shower, whether it's you saying, "Hey, look, I need to write some things down," whether it's you going to go talk to somebody, whether it's you talking to yourself, or telling yourself constantly that you're gonna get out of whatever rut that you're in. Because there's some people that don't want to be in the position that they in. There's a lot of people that don't want to be a regular employee no more. There's a lot of people that don't want to, you know, they don't want to just be a shift leader no more. You know what I'm saying? There's some people that don't want to work no more. They actually want to provide job and start their own company. Whatever it is that you do, whatever it is that you desire to do to get better, you have to find the exit plan, and you got to find that, because you had an interest plan. Your the way that you entered initially when you got that job, right? But you had to go fill out an application. Put your resume in, had to go through the interview process, had to go through orientation, all that other stuff. That was the entry. You entered in. Now you in there. Now it's like, okay, how can I infiltrate and how can I take something over? You said, where do you work right now, Brody? Yeah, I do many different hustles, man. I do many different hustles, but my main thing is uh, in being in the gym, and also uh, helping people out in terms of training and stuff. So I got several different hustles that I do. But like I said, I always preach ownership. I'm I'm all about personal training and nutrition too as well. So like I said, for those of y'all that want to get your body right, and not even just really your body right, just trying to get right in general, holler at me on the fly fitness, okay? Because on the fly fitness and nutrition, that's another page that I have. And if you're trying to get your body right, come and holler at me. But like I said, I got many different hustles. But my first and number one job is making sure that my kids are provided for. You know, so yeah. Um. Anyways, like I said though, if you're in a yeah, if you're in a if you're in a job where you're just stuck, do everything that you can to get out of that mind frame and out of that mindset, because people, believe it or not, they want you to stay there. They don't want to see you progress. They don't want to see you go forward. As a matter of fact, you're gonna probably have some people there that's gonna try to like let's say for instance, at the job that you're at, Cottage, right now. Let's say for instance, man, you do start moving up. You're gonna have people there that are probably gonna treat you differently. You know what I'm saying? Because you did move up. But where when you were like just a regular employee, or you were just a person, a regular person there, those people are gonna be like, oh, he think he's better than us, or oh, he think he's above us. No, it's not that. It's just that you can't do some of the things that you used to when you become a supervisor, when you become a manager or a supervisor position. You just can't. And then they'll look at you as if you're high and mighty or something like that. But no, don't. I know those type of people. You know what I'm saying? And some of those type of people, like once they get to a certain level or whatnot, they actually look down on the people that are under them now. Whereas you should be looking at those people in the same light. You should get in the trenches with them and work too, because You know how it was when you had to start off from somewhere. You know, you understand what I'm saying? So, like I said, man, um, growth is gonna piss people off. It's gonna make people mad. A lot of people are not gonna be. They're not gonna be happy with your success. There's not people that want to celebrate any of that with you. So just don't be surprised by that. Do not be surprised by that at all. That's just something that you know, it just comes with the territory, especially when you're successful. You're gonna have as many people hating you or having disgust towards you than you are gonna have people that are gonna celebrate you when you're doing something great. You know what I mean? So I hope this helps. Make sure y'all like the video, share it, subscribe, hit them notifications too. Straight to the point. I'll get at y'all later.